Now moving ahead towards the another set of paragraph, that is again contrast made for the free bird. What we see is the free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the shine trees, and the fat worms waiting on a drawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. Now that we have already learned through our first paragraph that these free birds are free to fly in the sky without any obstacles, without any restrictions. We see that these free, they are they're not yet satisfied by the joy of flying high. Okay, so they long to fly and to take another flight. They are not satisfied. They need more happiness. So what they do is they are waiting for those trade winds, so that it softly blows, and then through the shine trees, and again it, so that it produces a kind of sound. Those winds passes through these through these trees, and then they create a kind of sound. And after that we come to the next line, that is, and the fat worms waiting on the dawn bright lawn. And when this winds passes through the trees, there are some small tiny insects that are all placed and in the leaves of those trees. Now what happens, they get to scatter here and there. And look at these birds, they don't go and try to catch those birds and take it as their food. What they do is they don't even care for it. Okay, they don't care for these fat worms to be fed by them, because they think that they can hunt their own food. This is the thinking of the free bird. Then in the sense, the egoist nature of the free bird, so that doesn't let anybody's mercy, can take his food by themselves. That feeling comes. And what happens? And they also think that, and he also names the sky his own. This means the sky is unlimited freedom for them, a natural happy place, a natural happy time. And again they consider the sky to be theirs, because this is the second flight that they are taking. Just like human beings, in order to fly from one place to another, we also don't have that right, no? We have to cut the tickets, and then sometimes we get and sometimes we don't get. Even when there is the climatic conditions is not good, it's not pleasant, we are not able to. But look at these birds, they are so free. They don't need anything. They are just flying, or they just wish to fly. They just fly without any restrictions. Okay, so what we see in the next paragraph, I am only talking about the free bird. It's not the freedom for all birds, it's only the freedom for the free bird. Okay, this is very important to be remembered. Now next paragraph is, the caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. What happens? We already had knowledge about how the free bird is behaving and what he is doing, what he is enjoying. No? Now we talk about the caged bird who is still in that narrow cage, and what he's doing in the grave of dreams. Why it's considered to be the grave of dreams? Because these birds are almost dead. Firstly, because they are inside the cage. Those things which are kept, which longs to see for freedom and which are meant to be free, if they are kept inside cage, no, they die from inside. Okay, so their life is meaningless. Similarly, these birds are not meant to be caged. Actually, they are meant to fly up in the sky. They have that authority, they have that right, no. But these birds are kept inside the cage, and that cage becomes the grave, that grave of dreams for them, because there only they sing, they long for freedom, they dream for so many, they have lot of aspirations, dreaming for flying up in the sky and seeing all those beautiful elements of nature, objects of nature. So what? They die, they see the dreams there and they die out there. That's why that narrow cage is considered to be the grave for them. Okay, the grave of their dreams, because there only their dreams are all scattered, their dreams are meant to die, not, they cannot fulfill it because their hands are clipped and their feet are tied. So what happened, this is creating a kind of nightmare to these birds. Why? Because these birds are so desperate, they cannot have even a sort of freedom, even if for a minute, not even inside the cage also they are free. I said they are all clipped and tied, So what happens, they are so scared, they are so frightened that when they see their own shadow, they scream on that. Okay, because they are screaming because they are afraid of their own shadow. They are kept so desolate, they are kept so lonely that they hardly see any objects, or that's why they say their own object and they scream. Okay, so and then his wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. This line is again and again repeated, so in order to stress the most the feeling, the emotions of these cage bird. Okay, actually this is not the emotion of the cage, but this is the emotion that's coming out of Maya Angelou through this cage bird. No? She is trying to show her own story, actually, what she has faced throughout. She is trying to show out through these birds. Now again the cage bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown. That this bird is again singing for those and longing for those freedom, or for those seeing those objects which they have never seen in their life. They still long to see, though they are in pain, though they are stressed out, they still want to sing, and they long. That means they are very strong, they are pretty strong. No, they are still dreaming. And then again their tune is heard on the distant hill. Okay, this is also a figure of speech alliteration. And then, so the end, let us end the poem. What is the conclusion that comes out? The conclusion of this poem is the free bird's natural habitat as well as the sense of freedom is expressed here, from the very beginning, right from the beginning. Now this is the voice against oppression, the loss and lack of freedom that is causing a kind of mental agony. This bird, it is symbolic to an Afro-American cry for freedom. Okay, what we see. So this through this poem, she wants to break this, reduce the hatred and apartheid what is being faced by these Afro-Americans, so that the people who are being oppressed as well as the people who are oppressing come to know the facts, realities of life, that they also should be treated equally. They also should have the right to enjoy the same freedom what the other does. Okay, so I hope this comes out to be fruitful to you, and you understood at least something through this through these lines. This is very important that you understand each and every lines of your poem. So very soon I'll be providing you with some notes. Till then, children, keep studying and then stay focused. Thank you.